This is the audiobook version of Jo March and Not Like the Other Girls Trope, narrated by Niina Niskanen. Podcast guest, Hejar Sinem. Little Woman Podcast production. Forwards. I met Hejar on Instagram some years ago, and I could say we have a private book club over there. 90% of the time we talk about books. Both of us have a great love for 19th century literature. We talk about Alcott, Austen, Montgomery, and many other writers. In Little Woman circles, I am known as one of the people who is a bit obsessed about Louisa May Alcott's German connections. Ever since I read Little Woman for the first time, I have been fascinated by Alcott's love for German culture. This has a lot to do with the fact that I studied German in school and I have traveled there quite a bit. When I was 17, I traveled to Germany for a language course. It was my first time away from home and I was a little nervous. This was before Skype and Zoom, and calling home was expensive, but I still remember thinking about Jo. Jo studied German, and if Jo could manage, I could do it. Do you know how many Little Women movies there are where Jo actually studies German? 0. And don't even get me started with French Friedrich Bears. Jamais de la vie. Needless to say, my fascination with the connections between Little Women and Germany runs very deep. And I thought I had managed to find all the possible information about Louisa May Alcott's Germanophilia. Hejar opened a whole new world with her studies on Schiller and Alcott's fascination with Schiller's writings. Studying Alcott's love for German writers and philosophers makes reading Little Woman a more personal experience. The things that the author has read and the writer she has loved appear in her books as characters and sometimes as discussion topics between Jo and Friedrich. There is a moment where the two are about to start a deep conversation about Schiller. This is also something that was included in the 1994 Little Woman. Another main topic in the chapter Surprises is the not like the other girls attitude that Jo has and that she grows out of it. For a lot of people, Jo is a feminist heroine, and unfortunately, a lot of women use Jo's feminism as an excuse for misogyny. There are scenes in Little Woman where Jo mocks her own gender, prefers the company of boys, and in general dislikes girls. Not like the other girls.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?